right? It usually takes like 5 to 7 minutes, so we just have to wait until it is ready, right? It's almost getting ready now. As you notice, it is deploying, so just click over here and you should see all the status, what is going on so far. In the operational details, you will see all the details about what are the step-by-step activities that's going on. So first it created the storage was okay, then the network. It shows you all the details step by step. Okay, just go to the all the duration, uh, go to all resources, and you should see your resource over here as well. Okay, these are all the resources. If you want to filter it just by the location, if you want to just select the east, so just select the east USA. That means all your resources are that are created in east will show up over here. If you want to just group by, so right now we have two groups, e-learning and e-learning group. These are the two resource group that we have created. Okay, so just go to the dashboard. As you can see the notification as well, the deployment is in progress right now, so it is not yet complete. This shows you your credit remaining and it has successfully deleted that particular VM. So let's just go back to the dashboard. Okay, so you are under the dashboard and it is still deploying it. So we will go through the couple of other items right after this one. We are still waiting for this to get created. So in the meantime, you can also just check the Azure Health resources. So if you just click here, it's gonna show you the health of all your resources, right? So if you just click here, as you know, right now we don't have anything. So as soon as you have some resources that are available, right? You should be able to see the process progress over here. So just go to the dashboard again. It is still going on right now, and you should also see it couple of places, right? If you just put it over here, this should show you all the notifications that are going on, and you can see the step-by-step progress. It is stuck on this process right now. It has created it, right? The status is also running. It took total 9 minutes and 49 seconds to provision one cloud instance in this one. So let's go over to the dashboard again. Okay, so now, oh, it's still, there are still some other components that are left, but it has moved, so it should be done fairly quick now. Let's check the status where which step it is getting done right now. So scroll down. Yep, it is still getting done over here. It has created it, and it says it is running right now as well. So we just have to verify. The status seems like created, but there are still some more component it is creating right now. So just click on all resources and see if the IP address is generated for this, right? Uh, so storage account, e-learning group. Let's just filter it by e-learning group right now. Okay. So e-learning group, that is your VM. So just click over here and you should see your VM, right? And now let's try to connect to it. So just click on connect, click OK. You should see this option. So just click on connect. Port number is 3389. The IP address is, okay, just click on more choices. We'll just use a different account. Just type, remember this is not a Microsoft account, right? So I'm just going to use something that is not a Microsoft. So e-learning admin and the password. Just click OK. And you should see this option. So just click yes. Okay. And now you are logging in into the actual cloud instance right now. So let's just go over here, right? This is your cloud instance for Windows 2016 that just got created. Okay. As you notice, you are logging in over here. It is applying the user settings. So you are logging into the cloud instance for server 2016. Okay. So we are still logging into it, right? So we just have to wait until this is done. But once we are logged in, you should see the actual cloud instance, right? There you go. So now you are logging into the server 2016 instance. Okay. It still takes few minutes for it to configure it, right? But hopefully it should be up and running very soon. Remember, you have enabled port number 3389. So that's why using a remote desktop connection, you are able to log into the server. There you go. So now your server 2016 is available in cloud, right? So if you just click here, you can just go to the server manager. Okay, there you go. You should see all the details over here as well. So let me just click here, and it will still take some time to open the server manager. There you go. So now all the options, you do have an option to shut it down from here. You can just go to the desktop view. So just click on desktop. That's your server manager. Okay, so we are still waiting for server manager to open up. Remember, this is our first time to setting up the Windows instance, so that's why it does take a little bit longer. But if your instance is up and running all the time, it will take maybe just a few seconds to open it through the remote desktop client. Right now, it took us a little bit longer because we are setting up with Microsoft has to provision your cloud instance, then they have to set up all the permissions, they have to enable certain ports, they have to apply all the security permissions and everything, right? So that's why it took a little bit longer. But once it's available, there you go. So that is your server manager fully up and running right now in server 2016. Let's just go to and try to add the IIS server onto this one. So let's say now you want to host a website or maybe a DHCP server on this one, right? So let's see how we are going to do that two things. Okay, remember, one of the other major issue is we are also using just a 1 GB RAM, right, or 0.75 GB RAM. So that is another reason why it is running very slow right now, right? But it should be up and running fairly soon. So yet it is not responding. There you go. So your instance is fully up and running. The status looks good in the all server, local server. It looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and install our next thing. So just go to the tools, or you can directly click here as well. Click on add roles and features. It's still configuring some of the other stuff, but as soon as you click, again the instance is running very slow right now, so that's why it will take up a little bit more time, right? But we just have to wait and watch. uh, okay, just click over here. Okay, let's just try to click one more time. There you go, it is still loading right now for us, right? So click over here. Okay, let's just try again. It's still loading right now. It's taking up a little bit more time because it's running. It's just the first time, so even the server is setting up the rest of the things, right? So let's just see it again. So it is still collecting the data. That's why it was running slow. Just click OK. It will take, there you go. Now you should be able to, it should be pretty soon, it should be up and running. So just wait for a minute. It's still collecting some data. Okay, let's try again. Okay, almost getting done. Okay, there you go. So now, as you guys notice, we are finally getting ready to for the installation portion, right? So just click again on add roles and features, or just go to the tools, go to the manage. You can just click add roles. It's still collecting it, so just wait for a few more minutes. Let's see if it is up and running or not. Just click. It's still collecting the data. Again, as I mentioned, this is the first time we are setting it up, so it will take up some more time, right? But as soon as this is ready, uh, we should be able to add roles and features. So in the meantime, while this is still collecting the data, let's just go through some other features, right? So minimize this instance, and you guys can see couple of other important metrics. Just look at the CPU status, right? So just go to, and you should see the monitoring, right? How the status looks like right now. Let's look at the CPU usage, right? There you go. And you will see the notice, you will just notice how crazy it looks like right now. Okay, because the status looks this way, especially for the CPU, you see the spike that happened from 1028. It reached almost 90% in some time, and then you should see it started dropping again. It went back to 90%. It started going up and down, up and down, up and down. Finally, it went all the way to 0%, right? Let's see the network in and network out settings, right? So this is your network out. You will see it's going up. Let's just see the network in settings, right? That also started going up and down with this. Let's just look at the disk right, and you will also see the difference with that. There you go. So right now it's close to 450 MB worth of data, or like 156. This is how much data it was returned into the disk byte. Okay, so let's see now if it is up and running or not. It's still, we are still waiting on this. Okay, so these are all the metrics that we collected for the instance. And again, if you go back, just go to the test, the dashboard, and you can also see the overview right from the test. There you go. So the e-learning VM is up and running. We are able to log into it through the remote desktop session. Okay, it is still collecting the data, and we know the reason because we picked such a small size instance, A0, right? That's why it just has one CPU and only a few GB RAM, right? So that is the main problem with our instance right now. So there you go. So now we are finally into the server. Let's see if we can just add any additional road. There are some red alerts with some of the services may not be up and running right now. So that's why we got this type of errors. All right. All right. So now let's just go back over here. As you know, your instance is up and running right now, and you decided to change the resource group for this particular instance. So what you can do is you can just click on move. You just go to the dashboard and just select move to another resource group option. So just select this, and these are all the resource groups that are available to us right now. You can also select the e-learning group and just click on I understand the tools and scripts associated with the moves. Resources will not work until I update the resource ID for all of them, right? So let's just move all these resources as well and click OK. So now you are moving all your resources from one resource group to the other resource group. Okay, remember your instance is still running right now, so you are not changing anything in your instance. The only thing you changed is from the cloud they created a virtual space for you, and you simply change it from one resource group to the other one. So it is still going to validate all those things before it moves the change, right? So it's still doing the validation. Okay, it is still doing the validation for us right now.